Hey guys, I just had a fella that asked me a question on OfferUp about, does this guitar sound like an old one? Said he was looking for, one that sounded old. So this is just a little Guitar 101. I don't know, I'm no expert, but I have bought and sold quite a few. And I am a hobbyist, so I do like it. So there's a lot of people out there that knows a lot more than me. So I'm just an average Joe. So the question, does it sound old? Now this is a guitar that I have online for sale. And this is an old guitar, but it hadn't been played in probably that much. And when I say played in, that means played daily, or at least regular. If you bought an old, people talk about there's no sound like an old Martin or an old Gibson. If you bought a Martin or a Gibson back in 1950, you put it in the hard case, put it in your closet, never played it, and kept it, with the weather conditions right, as far as not too hot, not too cold, loosen the strings a little bit, and pull that guitar out today, it would sound just like it did the day you bought it. On the other hand, if you bought that same guitar and played it every day till today, then it's going to sound like an old guitar. Reason being, this top here is considered a soundboard. And so the more you play it, the more vibration it gets. So the more this thing vibrates, while some sounds better than others, is the vibration on the top. And so if you play one daily from 1950 to today, it's going to sound like an old guitar. Now this one hadn't been played in as much as some, and I don't know, the guy I bought it from had it a few years, and he must have bought it used, because I think it is an old guitar. Probably not been played in like it should. Now here's the thing, if it is a solid top, like this one's a spruce top, and one reason to tell that, if you're looking for a used guitar, even if you find another one and don't buy this one, if you follow the grain, it'll run, you can follow it through this sound hole and see the grain go in. If the grain comes up and just stops, it could be a laminate top, and it's not going to open up and continue to get that old aged sound. So this one, if you bought it today and went to playing it every day, within a year or so, it would open up and sound better this time next year than it does right now. So it's not so much as how old it is, but so how much it's been played. So the more it's been played, the more vibration you get off the top, and you definitely want a solid top, whatever you buy, from whomever you buy. Preferably solid back and sides. But even if it's laminate back and sides, as long as that top's solid, it will continue to open up and pick up that vibration. So when you hear people talk about their old guitars sounding, so good, they actually do. And not to say that an old guitar that hadn't been played wouldn't sound really good, but the more you play it, the more it's going to open up. And in general, unless it's just a bad guitar, it's going to sound better. And every guitar has its own unique tone. Most guitars. Some would be considered warm, which is a little not so twangy and bright. Others would be a little bit what people call brighter, would be a little bit more bluegrassy. But anyway, that's just a little guitar lesson. You may know all that, but if not, it's just something to keep in mind when you go looking. If you found this guitar and some old man had it that played it every single day, it's going to sound better than one that hadn't been played. But the upside to that is, if you buy it, if it's in good condition, and you play it every day, it will continue to sound better as you play it. So if the tone suits your ear, whether it be this guitar or whatever guitar you buy, if it sounds, close to what you're looking for, and it's got a solid spruce top, and it's a, and there again, you do get what you pay for. I work with a guy who plays guitar, and he can't justify buying a new Martin or a new Gibson. He won't spend over a couple $100 for whatever. And I disagree. I think if you can afford it, buy it. But I do think you need to get started on whatever. So this is a good one to start with. It is an old guitar, and it has room to sound better. So hope this helped with that earlier question, and maybe we'll get together, check it out. Thanks, guys.